Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel has requested a trade from the San Francisco 49ers. Now, what happened in San Francisco? They seemed like the team to beat, guys. They seemed like the team to beat. You know, Brock Purdy being the guy that he is, you know, he didn't have much to work with this year. And the team kind of failed Brock Purdy in a contract situational year. You know, usually when contracts come around, that's when everybody wants to play their absolute best and be in the best shape of their life. You know, take it from Ezekiel Elliott. Let me tell you, Deebo Samuel sat there and had pretty much the best situation. You were getting utilized as a Swiss Army knife. For those of you that don't know what a Swiss Army knife is, in NFL terms, it is somebody that can do running back, wide receiver, kick returns, punt returns, line up in the slot, line up in the outside, line up as a fullback, you know, do the whole shebang, pretty much. Besides offense and defense. I mean, offensive line, defensive line, corner, safety, middle linebacker. But all that other stuff I named, they can do it all. And that's what Deebo Samuel is. But at the beginning of the season, people were calling him a running back. And he was upset. He was upset that people were calling him a running back when he plays wide receiver. And he let that get to his head. So he said, hey, I'm going to wear the number 1. And I'm going to line up more on the outside or in the slot as a receiver instead of being in the backfield. Now, I get it. Christian McCaffrey got injured. You know, Madden curse, couldn't beat that. You can't beat a Madden curse. If you're in the cover of Madden, just watch your back. That's all I got to say is watch your back. But then Ayuk gets injured. And now it is up to Deebo Samuel to step up and be the number 1 target for the 49ers. Now, I'm not the best person to, judge people. I don't play in the NFL. I'm more level-headed when it comes to, sports because I know some people think one way, some people think another way. But Deebo Samuel was their most available target this year. Most available. Drops. Barely getting 100 yards. He went so many games without a receiving touchdown. So many games. I forget, I think it was about 9 or 10 games that he went without a single touchdown. Just register that. There's 3rd, 4th string receivers that are getting touchdowns and you being the only reliable option. And I get it. If Kittle, Ayuk, and Christian McCaffrey are out, of course everybody's looking at you. But if you're dropping the ball and Brock Purdy's not looking your way because he doesn't trust you early on in the season, I mean, can you really blame, Brock Purdy for not wanting to go to you? Greg Jennings was having a decent year. He was more of their touchdown reception type guy, on top of Kittle. But hey, Deebo wants to be more of a wide receiver instead of being used how he was being used successfully. Instead of worrying about the people on Twitter or on X, dogging you for being utilized in the right way, in the right system, because they drafted you there because they seen your potential, you want to leave. You want to leave because you think it's the 49ers' fault? Now, he did say in his trade request that, hey, the bond that him and Kyle Shanahan had built, it was something close to him, but it's just best that they part ways. And sometimes it is best to part ways, but this was an off season for the 49ers. A very off, downhill spiral for the 49ers. So yeah, Deebo Samuel. I don't know where he'll go. Um, Here's a couple teams that I could see him being utilized with, but Deebo Samuels needs to go back to being all over. Because the thing with wide receivers is you got to get them in a rhythm. If they drop a ball, throw them a screen pass, throw them a drag route, throw them a curl route. Get the ball in their hands. Let them get a feel for what's coming to them and get them in rhythm. Like I said, start with a little screen route and then do a drag and then do a curl and then give them a bubble route. You know, do multiple things to get them involved, to get them ready for what's coming. But Deebo Samuel, man, hopefully you land in the right spots. Hopefully you do.